Thank you, Mark, for requesting a Kelly's Osho Zen reading. Um, Happy Semana Santa, Passover, Easter, Full Blood Moon Day. You picked quite an auspicious day to ask for a reading. My cards are called Osho Zen cards, and they're just a self-awareness tool. They're all about the now, what's going on with you now. This reading is only valid for about 2 weeks. So let's see what's showing up for you right now. So your theme right now is Thunderbolt. This is a big deal card, also known as a major arcana in classic tarot. And a thunderbolt, usually when a thunderbolt happens, our reaction is, what the fuck? It's usually something shocking. It's like getting fired, or house for it's not always like that, but it's a shock to us. And what it is basically the universe has been trying to communicate with us and say, hey, this job, relationship, situation, habit, lifestyle is no longer serving you. And the universe tries to tell you that in subtle ways. And if we don't get the message, well, the universe will help us. It's when the universe pulls the rug out from under our feet, and we fall on our ass, and then what we find is the universe is pointing us in the direction that's in alignment with our true selves. So the thunderbolt is actually a gift from the universe. It helps speed up, it helps us let go of things, people, and situations that are no longer serving us. So it's actually a gift. So if something unpleasant, uncomfortable shows up for you, or has very recently, this is a reminder that it is a gift, and that the universe always has your highest good in mind. So let's see what else is going on. So the next card is your yin. It's your mind card. What's going on in your mind, Mark? Well, guess what? You got the breakthrough card, which, of course, follows the thunderbolt. Something happens and you're going to have some major breakthroughs, because as soon as you come up from that thunderbolt situation, after the what the fuck is going on phase, then you'll be like, oh, aha. Well, I say aha, ha, ha moments, because usually they're moments when I'm like, oh, that's right. Okay. And that's when you see that the universe is actually assisting you, and it empowers you, and it just speeds up the manifestation of all those things you've been dreaming about. So, breakthrough card, it's coming. Next is your yang card. It's what you're projecting out into the world, so it'll be returned to you. Sharing. This card just says the more you share, and that means your things, your time, your love, gifts, your truth, your radical honesty, the more you share, you, Mark, the more people are going to share with you tenfold. So, sharing is caring, right? Okay, next is your to-do card, your inner homework card. And again, this is a suggestion. Inner voice, big deal. Wow, lots of major arcanas here. So that would suggest this is a pretty important reading. Inner voice card. This card just says, tune in. Be constantly tuned in alignment with your inner voice. And just know, I tell people all the time, your inner voice sounds like a 7-year-old. I actually even wrote a piece about this for Awakening 360. Your inner voice sounds like a 7-year-old. I want this. I like this. Oh my God, that's awesome. Did you see that cloud? It's when we get excited. It's when we get passionate. It's when we feel, yes. Also, your inner voice is like, I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't. It's very, very simple. 7-year-old language. Simple present tense. When you hear should, would, could, have to, must, all conditional verbs in your head, like, oh, I have to do that. I hear that all the time. And when I hear that, I go, no, you don't. You don't. That's conditioning. Conditional verbs. Conditioning. So listen, that's how you tell the difference between your inner voice and conditioned, pre-programmed thoughts in your head that came from others, that came from your parents, your society, your peers. So just really heed your inner voice. That means say no when you want to say no. Say yes when you want to say yes. Ask. Laugh, show your gratitude. Say I love you. Radical honesty, speaking your truth. Anyway, so inner voice. This is like tune in, stay tuned, because the inner voice is your internal guidance system. You already know that. This is just a reminder. So anyways, next is your work and home card. Let's see what's going on. You got the compromise card. Okay, this card, compromise is simply an agreement. It does not involve sacrifice. If you actually look up the word compromise in multiple dictionaries that you can find online, they all have different meanings. But the basic, what they all agree is a compromise is an agreement. So this says you need to look at your agreements you have at work and at home. Start with the agreements you have with yourself. For example, at work, you can make an agreement that you are going to make work fun, or you're going to make work a meditation. Same thing with home. Home is my sanctuary. Home is my sanctuary. Whatever, you make your own agreements. So this says, look at the agreements you have in work and home and change as needed. You know the change is needed when you're feeling empowered and excited and inspired. Also, secondly, look at agreements you have with your family members or those you share your home with, in addition to your colleagues who are family members too. So look at the agreements you have. Perhaps you're going to say, you know what? No more assumptions. I would say if you want an example, start with Don Luis Miguel Luis, the 4 agreements. Look up the 4 agreements. You can find them anywhere online. That's a good place to start. And then really look at the agreements with self and others, both at work and home, because as soon as you change those agreements, your situation will change. Okay, next is your heart card, and you got success. Let me repeat. This is a heart card reading, and it says you will be successful. So when you listen to your inner voice, is the language of heart. That is basically the heart's mouthpiece, is your inner voice, okay? And when you listen to your inner voice and not anyone else's, you will be successful. So trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself, trust your inner guidance system. You can't get any more validation than that. All right, next card is your mind spirit card, and you got the silence card. And this is a big deal card. This is a reminder that every day, as often as you can, try to silence those thoughts that are disempowering, that no longer serve you, those self-defecating thoughts, those doubts or negativity towards others, criticism. I know the critics will want to debate this because they like that kind of stuff. Which is how we learn. There's no judgment there. But criticism is negative. It is putting something down. If we want to show someone that there's a better way to communicate or there's a better way to do something, let's give them a positive solution. Show them what they're doing right. Show them what they're doing well. Show them where they shine. And then make a suggestion. Ooh, you can shine even more, maybe, if you try this, instead of criticizing. Because criticizing is ego-based. Solutions are soul-based. So I hope a lot of people heard that one. Because a lot of people are like, well, it's constructive criticism. No. No. Putting something down, a person, an idea, a government, an activity, a process down is disempowering, and that creates further separation. However, providing a solution is from the heart and empowering and moves us closer to integration and oneness. So anyways, I know you get it. Just a reminder. So last is your conclusion for this particular reading, and you got the outsider card. This card reminds you that if you're feeling left out of anything, if you're feeling left out of work, if you're feeling left out of life, if you're feeling left out of your social group, if you're feeling left out of yourself, you know, all, it's all in your mind. Because this is a symbiotic existence. If you haven't noticed, I'm sure you have. We're all connected, and it serves everyone that you are happy, healthy, and participating. So this card is basically a call to action to where you're feeling left out. Step in, jump in, get out there. Be like, hey, I'm here. Who wants to play? And then the world will embrace you. Okay, so this is a really beautiful reading, and I can't wait to hear your feedback. So thank you again, and I hope you are celebrating with loved ones, even if that loved one is you. So remember, you're number one. Okay, bye-bye.